Welcome back to Tuesday Night Lights, where we have a prime time matchup of the SEL versus Great Lakes Rivalry Night coming up. University of Tennessee at Knoxville versus Michigan State. Two teams, and we'll talk about this a lot, that were a series or two off of summer series. Like, they are that good, TJ, and they fight for the pride of their region. This best of 7 should be a good one.
Yeah, they're good enough to be gatekeepers at the highest level of CRL, and I mean, like you just mentioned, they have been right there at the door, and so I would imagine that this season they are geared with more passion than ever, and why not put them against each other to see whose passion is more?
Well, I'm excited. Like, breaking this down, it's an even match, I feel like, with two teams bringing in new-ish recruits. I mean, Crisp joined UTK in January, Tybu's joining for this fall, and then Michigan State, usually with Morvu and Opbomb, who are the new dynamic duo for Sparty, but actually Gribster, or Gribatron, in the game tonight is subbing in for Morvu, I believe. So, a true Michigan State, not at full strength, but Gribster is still a phenomenal recruit as well, and was teammates with Opbomb in high school. So, shouldn't be too much of a knock on Michigan State's skill. And, I mean, UTK, Tybu has been such an incredible infusion. They were one loss to Shawnee State away from making summer series. Keeping Joe Bro from last season. He's pretty solid as well. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, excited to see how the dynamics of these teams have changed, because obviously they are so incredible, but they also didn't make CCA summer. And so I worry, as Joe Bro is throwing jabs at me in the game chat right now, but I worry kind of if they've changed a lot with their play styles, given the fact that they were, and I believe are, at the level to compete in something like CCA Summer, but couldn't make it. And MrBepic, there's only one way to tell.
Well, let's do this thing. It's Champions Field in the third series of a Night Lights evening. That does not happen very often. That's how special this series is. They've matched up once before on Monday Night Lights in the first SEL versus Great Lakes night, but that evening, there were some lag issues, controller issues. I think it was Rocket Man on Michigan State. So they weren't at full strength like they are-ish right now. Opbomb, absolutely an infusion of strength, making this play happen himself.
How about that? Uncharacteristic miss there for Joe Bro. I would imagine this is probably a warm-up game for these teams, but hey, if you're on the good side of that, getting the early goals, not much to complain about if you're a Sparty fan.
Off kickoff, Crisp has been bumped. That leaves Tybu in an easy spot, I guess. He just dives right in, takes a 50-50, keeps it neutral, and finally lets UTK set up their offense, though Opbomb's going to try and stop that. And he's very good at that, but Joe Bro takes a decent 50-50. Ball is out to the side where Gribatron fields it, carries the length of the field almost, nearly scores. It's a knock to score, but no second goal for Sparty.
Tybu, though, full field. We've seen him do some pretty incredible things, but under the UTK banner is a new look for him, and there's a lot of momentum and a lot of hype surrounding this team, and this is why, is because all three of these players very capable of stepping up, very capable of being leaders, but we have yet to see that at the highest level. So far, some good looks, but nothing too crazy.
This is a decent chance for UTK, but it does go by the wayside. Good defense going the other way. Opbomb setting himself up for a 50-50 with Joe Bro. And as I was saying, this is a rematch that I was looking for a long time. As that one, I felt like we were robbed. The original matchup, Michigan State was having issues. It was a 4-0 for UTK with Shaka in place of Tybu way back when. But every single time I tried to schedule it, it was like one team could make it, the other couldn't. One team could make it, the other couldn't. And now we finally get the full strength, again-ish, matchup between these two teams. And like I said, Gribster is up to snuff to be on the starting lineup for Michigan State. And so far, so good for the Spartans, keeping their one-goal lead intact. But Volunteers slowly gaining themselves pressure in offense.
I mean, with this much talent, I wouldn't want to show up to the match either. But both these teams obviously here to prove something. There has been a long break since they played last. And again, like you mentioned, this is finally the first time where we get a almost even series. I'll say even enough. But obviously I'm leaning towards the UTK side here, so we'll see. But so far, again, Michigan State, even with the sub, they look very controlled.
Yeah, they really do, and their counterattacks look fairly lethal, especially when Opbomb's on the ball. It's to be expected. I mean, Opbomb is the addition that a lot of people are talking about at Michigan State. Led them to a top 2 in the Great Lakes Summer Showdown a couple of weekends ago. They looked very solid throughout the tournament, but fell just short in the playoff bracket. UTK, like we talked about, 1 series away from making Summer Series, and then some time off. They also won a Monday Night Lights tournament that MrBepic in final form put on. It was back in June, so that time off, I don't know if it's going to do them well or do them poorly, TJs. It looks like they're still shaking off some rust.
For some odd reason, it seems like almost all of collegiate esports was on vacation in July, but Knock has been here, done that 2-0.
That's clean. Knock wins that ball in the UTK corner, beats Taibu, and dishes on nobody left on the goal line. 2-0 Michigan State. Hot start.
About this start for Michigan State, and like you mentioned, I think hot is even an understatement here. I mean, again, looking at just pure, I'm going to go off RLCS performance just because I like to talk about the variability of these players. I mean, obviously Crisp, Jobro, and Taibu have all had their very fair share, and Michigan State hasn't been in too many quals. I think Knock, I believe, is the highest placing, with Opbomb most recently having some of his best placements, but I mean, looking at that alone, things are still even here, and I'm very surprised to see Michigan State with a sub play this nice.
And typically for UTK, and it's a little bit of copium for their camp, they are a Game 1 warm-up type of team in series like this. I've watched them in fairly even strength sets start off slowly. So that could be the case here. Michigan State, though, doing anything but. With Opbomb on the ball, they're still dangerous as Gribbs gets a free pass from UTK. That is a bad ball from Crisp in the corner, and Gribster cleans up.
Well, how about that? Not only does he clean up, he places that ball really well. I mean, that is narrowly away from both Taibu and Crisp. I mean, very, very high-level players. And so, how about Gribb stepping up to the plate?
Well, 3-0 is what he makes it, and with 60 seconds left, how Michigan State's been playing, that lead is fairly safe, unless Crisp can do something here. Drops the ball down near side. Jobro follows it up, but Gribbitron, a big clear of the UTK end, and he just beats Taibu to that ball. And that's not good.
Yeah, it's very, very bad, I would say, as Taibu was reading a high shot here, and he just simply didn't turn quick enough. I don't even know if he saw Gribb, but regardless, it's 4-0.
Slow start for UTK, fast one for Michigan State. I think most of us are looking towards Game 2 to be the point of change for this series. Because if this continues, I'm going to be sad. Like, if Michigan State just ends up stomping UTK, I'm going to be sad, not because I'm a UTK fan, but because I've been hyping this series up so much in my mind that it needs to go to, like, at least Game 6. I'll be disappointed otherwise. But, hey, Michigan State keep playing like a cohesive unit that they have shown so far in Game 1, and then UTK's got a challenge on their hands.
I mean, more than a challenge, if this is what it's going to be like for this entire series. But again, you have mentioned this, UTK is definitely not a Game 1 team, and especially with a newer roster, I think that effect only gets a little worse. So I'm not going to try and jump to conclusions, and this is exactly why, is that it might have taken almost 5 minutes, but a great goal comes out from the 2 highest ranked players, arguably, in the lobby.
I mean, that's good to see. UTK getting the board late. It's a nice team play. The shot was clean. All right, you lost Game 1, you move into Game 2, figure it out in the little break that we get. And the kickoff strat and the late goings, maybe get something else on the board here in the late stages of Game 1. I don't mind it, you know, play the momentum game, but Michigan State, they were playing that from the get-go. 1-0, Michigan State.
I mean, you have to take what you can get at the end there, especially when you simply just got beat that game. Yep. I mean, that wasn't like a really poor performance from UTK other than the one goal that was given to Gribb, but that goal even really wasn't given. I mean, it was still placed really well, even if it was an easier shot. So Michigan State, they are just simply playing the field, and the cards are in their favor as of right now. But again, UTK, a team that always has been slow, so I'm wondering if they're going to stick to the style and maybe mechanically pick it up, or if there's something else here that's going to change in Game 2.
Well, talking about Gribb finding that goal out of the UTK corner, I was thinking when he was slotting in for Morvu tonight that it was going to be a bit of a struggle at times. Like, I watched him play for, I always confuse the Michigan State colors, but the B team, whether it's green or white, and it was sluggish at times from Gribb, but he has looked so good so far. Has filled the role perfectly that he has to play, and right there, a great 50 to get knocked back in the play, off bomb to challenge, and Michigan State to defend comfortably.
Well, you know what, Bepic? Maybe there's a world where Grib has been contesting for that #1 spot because he seems to fit perfectly there, and that would definitely be quite the revelation for tonight. But how about Nock slamming this one away? But Taibu catching this well, has one reset, looking for more. He's over Grib. Is there a pinch over another? Op bomb, no boost, so now Nock is forced to go, who's basically last man back here. But again, I mean, really, why would you rather have anybody else on that ball as Nock just completely controls the pace, and he makes his way past the whole UTK side?
Now it's Grib's turn. Try his hand, but has Nock in tow to help out. And the first minute has come and gone. It really has felt like it has been majority UTK playing offense, just kind of setting up camp in the Michigan State end, and they will continue to do so here if they can get through Nock. Taibu, kind of get through Nock, sets up Jobro for a shot that's just shy of being on target. Michigan State surviving that first attack. We'll see if they can survive the second. It's a one-on-one. Taibu taking a shot around Nock, but the net as well.
UTK, obviously the defending champs of the SEL, and that was mainly due to their mechanical presence and their speed of play, like that opportunity from Chris. But when you finally find a team who has seemed to match that equally, what are you going to do? And so far, Michigan State, they've read every play in the air. They've kept a lot of possession. They're seeming to find each other here in the midfield as Opbomb will slam one backboard. And UTK, I haven't seen a lot of positives, and Grib will add on to that list of negatives. 1-0.
It's just a miss. I mean, Chris couldn't get back to this ball and was too far behind it. Jopro trusted his teammate. I mean, rightfully so. I would expect Chris to come up with that touch, but Michigan State prepared for the eventuality that UTK has a misstep in defense, and again, punish that mistake.
5-1. Oh my, almost make it. You know what? Make it 6-1. That's the current run that Michigan State is on, and I'm shocked here.
I mean, Jobro got demoed, almost got back to that, but Grib put that ball in the perfect spot, got it around the respawning defender, and Michigan State off kickoff, finding a 2-goal run.
Oh my lord, this series continues to hopefully live up to the hype here, as I would imagine that we'll maybe see something similar to Texas Indiana Tech, where we see some comebacks in game 3 and 4 here, but UTK, I mean, this doesn't look like a game where they can just mechanically find their way out here.
No, we're going to need job security Jabrosin to step up pretty soon if UTK is going to get out of this game 2 alive, as they've been struggling so far. Michigan State is playing with a pace that's forcing mistakes in defense out of the Volunteers, and Spartans, they've been playing a lot of defense themselves, but they've been withstanding plenty of pressure, just getting a toe on the ball when they need to, playing the ball slow when they need to, and, well, I mean, everybody makes mistakes, and Michigan State made theirs.
I mean, Taibu had the double here in what I thought was about to be a pretty nuts play, but, I mean, look at the amount of respect that Michigan State was still giving Taibu there, and, I mean, hey, sometimes that happens.
It looked bad on first glimpse, but I would have probably jumped as well, seeing Taibu get that flip in hand, but he mind-gamed the whole defense and will cut the Michigan State lead in half. Chris will try his hand at really eliminating that lead. Jobro's shot sets up Taibu, and just like that, we're tied up again.
Michigan State, that's just crucial, but Chris, my lord, what a pass, and all three members of Michigan State not ready for that one, and just an unfortunate clear attempt from who I believe was Grib, and just like that, tie game.
And now, hopefully that means UTK is activated, because those are the plays we were watching when they were making their summer series runs, when they were winning the SEL, things of that sort. Now, Michigan State, they can obviously keep up with that pace, but now they have been challenged here on Champions Field. We'll see what they do in response. Grib beaten here by Chris. That ball is laid down right in Opbomb's doorstep. That'll be a clear out towards Nock. That is somewhat exposed, but Nock couldn't get around the ball to turn in the third.
Opbomb gonna try and relieve a little bit of pressure here for Michigan State. He'll do more than that. He might just grab the corner, and that he will. Is there a pass and store up the ceiling? It's a little rush. Nock not there in time, but that ball's given right to him. Jobro gonna try and find some work on the sidewall, but Opbomb doing a great job. Is he gonna bump one? He'll miss the bump, and what would have been a great open net opportunity won't come through. And UTK, not a lot of boost here, but they're making it work.
Knock off the ceiling. Doesn't quite get a second touch before the defender Hops into the play, but it's enough to get Michigan State cooking in offense. Off bomb, 40 boosts, hunts Taibu down, but it's too late to the party. Taibu clears, finds Crisp, who sets up Joe Bro with 50-50. It's a light shot, saved by Knock, but might set up UTK with offense. Crisp goes back wall, and Grib is right there.
I mean, it continues to be just back and forth. I feel like my eyes continue to dart left and right in this series as this ball is flying in the midfield, flying on the backboard. Everything is moving so quick, and these teams, though, not concerned, not worried. This is the pace they want to play at, and both teams really not concerned about it. But now Crisp finally slowing things down. Reset under one, trying to dunk another. Knock with 0 boost, and Grib will bump him into it. A great clear from Michigan State.
We'll play the slow game, waiting for something to happen here in the waning moments of game 2. Up bomb, not playing any kind of slow game. It's not in his nature. Challenge is quick. Puts up Grib for a touch off the sidewall, but UTK field the ball in the infield, clear the zone, find a demo, and could find themselves one last opportunity to regulation. That ball's up. Taibu finishes the play. So many explosions, but the most important one is in Michigan State's net. 3-2 UTK complete the comeback.
When you have talent like UTK, you simply have to be selfless, and Crisp deciding to go for the bump instead of the shot was exactly that. A crucial time for that one to come through, and Taibu getting the hat trick this game.
Oh, that was electric. What a play. I mean, that was majestic, watching that play develop with the demo to open up space in the corner, Crisp abandoning the solo play to go for a demo in the air as well, and the finishing touch from Taibu was perfect. Oh my word. I think we're back after a slow start out of UTK. Michigan State kept the same pace. They looked good in game 2, but now they have to upgrade again as UTK just made a statement.
Yeah, and I'm going to argue that it was a stolen statement. I think Michigan State continued to look really good in that game, but UTK simply come through and find 3 in a row there. Or at least I believe that was how it felt.
Yep, it was 3 in a row.
Yeah, I was about to say, it was a regardless crazy swing of momentum. And UTK trying to continue that. Taibu's redirect, a solid angle, but just a little slow. And now Michigan State, what are they willing to fight for here in game 3?
Grib shut down by Taibu regardless of what they're trying to fight for. Hop bomb takes a 50-50 and he's beaten. It's a bit of a change of momentum, it feels like. How is Joe Bro upfield demoing? Like, he knows Chris is about to just dominate that 50-50. Took it from Grib. It wasn't even 50-50. Grib just gave that up, and Joe Bro demoed the last man perfectly.
I hope you all picked up on your summer reading because UTK did that tenfold. I'm not sure how Crisp manages to read that. It was a messed up opportunity off the ceiling for Michigan State, but still, finding the exact timing was awesome, but bomb blocks Grib, so that won't be an easy shot. Knock off the ceiling, he'll beat Taibu, but Joe, using every little boost that he has to try and get over, and he'll get over too.
Joe Bro's looking for more demos, and I love the commentary from Kung in chat saying freshman year Joe Bro is back. And I bring up this story all the time, but the first time I met the UTK boys, it was Agonized Shaka and Joe Bro at the time. All they were talking about is how good they are at demos and how Joe Bro is the king of aerial demos. And it's not exactly aerial demos that he found so far in this game to get them in the lead, but UTK used to be very fun to watch when it came to the physical game, and it's working out right now.
I mean, I'll cut off that right there. I won't say used to it all. If anything, this team has just continued to get more electric, and even with the removal of certain players, their spirit has stayed the same. They play a high-pressure game, they get all the bumps, and they continue to be mechanical as ever, as that shot narrowly saved.
Oh, now Joe's in the corner, setting up Crisp the 50-50. Knox somehow prepared for that shot low on boost, makes a great save. Now out to the side, Grib has no boost to chase that ball down, so it's an easy center for Joe, and he slams a shot top right. 2-0 UTK now on a 5-goal run.
How about this shot? What an angle between 2 from Joe Bro. An incredible shot, and that's a crucial one at that. But still, 3 minutes left to play. UTK riding the wave.
Yeah, we know no leads are safe in this series right now. What happened in game 2 with what we know Michigan State is capable of, that's a flip reset pop and a half. Doesn't work out though. UTK still find it clear, and it's up to Grib out of his own corner to find some space for Sparty.
Griv trying to work his way past 2. That flip reset won't fall, but it'll open up the door for Op Bomb. But Crisp, he plays his role in this team. No matter who he's with, he continues to be a menace. No matter who has the ball, no matter what half they're on, as Taibu will continue to do the same. Crisp, corner, Op Bomb though uncontested. Jobro though already up. Not looking for net, just trying to keep some pressure, and he does a great job to open up the door for Taibu, who looks for a bump here, but Grib, a great touch.
Crisp has control, gets a flip reset. Tried to leave that ball for Jobro, but gets a great read. A clear as well from Michigan State. Taibu playing keep away right now off the ceiling. It's insane. It sets up Crisp for an air dribble. Pass to Taibu, off the back wall. Jobro misses the ball completely, and Michigan State will be able to clear.
Well, I mean, we say that, but just like that, Chris gets the ball, and that pass is going to go a little too far forward. But Michigan State really starting to struggle in terms of these counterattacks. They're not finding anything because there's players on top of them, players below them, players coming out of nowhere. I mean, what can you do against an attack like that, especially when the attack is actually their defense?
Well, bomb catches, can't get through Crisp, however. So on the sidewall, Knockwellfield's got plenty of boost to work with and tried to use the ceiling to get that ball on target or in a passing position off the back wall, but UTK still find a way to stop. Michigan State is trying and nearly put a worldy of a shot on target, but not even that one could clear the near side. Jobro faking it for Crisp. That shot finds gold. UTK just continue to exercise control in Game 3.
It is look after look, and no matter what set of eyes they have on the net, they continue to find the back of it. What a shot and what an angle.
Yeah, that's 6 straight unanswered for Tennessee. Michigan State needs something soon. I mean, their offense is getting stifled. The Volunteers have upped their pace on both sides of the ball, and Michigan State haven't found an answer to that just yet. And, well, they finally do as I'm saying that. A little helter-skelter from the Volunteers there. Off puts it on the back wall, and that touch, I think, from Chris was the first domino to fall.
Yeah, Not Bomb clearing out the way, at least forcing Jobro to go back. Chris had a chance, but not a lot of boost, and so, hey, still a chance here for Michigan State.
To the side, Crisp lets that ball go for a second and still gets it back to Taibu. 50-50, finds the ball to Knock. We'll see what he can do with it. He's up bomb mid, and Grib right in front of him. They combine for Op Bomb to gain a little bit of access to the ball. Michigan State, it's just struggled just to start up possession, let alone find themselves a goal. Though Knock looking pretty brilliant right there, putting a hard shot towards the UTK net, but the Volunteers have it red. They clear again. They waste more time.
Yeah, and you can tell that Michigan State is just all, literally every bit of boost they had was going towards the other half. So it was a matter of time before the no goalie approach kind of started to backfire, and Jobro, a great counter goal from him.
Fair enough. Michigan State, it looked like they were finally getting themselves going in offense, but then UTK just counter, put together a beautiful pass. The shot's easy, and even though Grib kind of had that play read, like he was out of position, well, late to the ball. I don't know if it's his fault he was out of range to save that play, but he jumped so early to try and block that shot, and it still wasn't enough. Michigan State down 4-1 here, and something like down 2-1 in this set. They started off very, very well, but now need to regain a little bit going into Game 4.
Chris might just be able to find one more here, looking for a pretty special fake play, but for now, Jobro will get a stab at it off the ceiling, read by Grib, and it's a great read, but again, too little, too late, and this time UTK is on the favoring side, and what a change of events in these last 2 games.
I mean, every time I see UTK drop a Game 1 in the kind of fashion that they dropped here, I always bring up the point of how they're a slow starting team. It's one of my repetitive narratives about them. But, I mean, it's true. So often, they look bad in Game 1, and then out of nowhere, find a rhythm at some point in Game 2. And then from there, we're only halfway to a UTK where Michigan State still has time and talent in order to come back in this best of 7. But I mean, the turnaround is real for Tennessee. They found a rhythm. The passes are great. The shots are mostly good. In defense, it's mostly good. And that's enough to win games against a very good Michigan State roster.
And I would say what hurts even more for Michigan State is that they had their looks and they have had their chances. But UTK, I mean, it's a reversal of Game 1. They are playing the better game of Rocket League. And there wasn't a lot of fraudulent goals in that game. And so for Michigan State, what's up next?
We'll see. I mean, Opbomb is the guy you look to start things off for Michigan. Just get anything going, but he's been stifled for the most part. And UTK have not. What a setup by Crisp and JoBro cleaning things up. That's the style of Rocket League that UTK play when they're at their best.
Yeah, 1, perfect bottom right. 2, how does Joe read the rebound coming out of the net, not even going to the side of it? I mean, that was an incredible play given the very, very short notice. And now Tybu's got the mid boost. UTK continuing to roll.
Well, not the greatest of first touches for Tybu. Fair enough. He'll give up control to Grib, who just bangs that ball down the field. JoBro will get back for it. Lays the ball to Opbomb, and that's a dangerous prospect, but the flick was flubbed. It wasn't fully under his wing to put a strong shot on target. So UTK, they get themselves out of dodge and back into play an offense for a second.
I mean, the amount of trust that UTK has in each other, from their positioning to the bumps to the shots. I mean, you can tell in the way they position that they are 1,000% calming everything exactly correctly to the spot, including Tybu to Crisp. And Tybu might find a dunk here. JoBro shot opportunity. Knock, what a read, though, in Michigan State. They're picking up the pace a little bit, but UTK still continuing to put on just so much pressure, and they're not out of the woods just yet.
Grib has nothing in the tank, and I think Crisp realized that. Went for car over ball. It worked out, found a demo, and Tybu should win the race to this one. Then Grib stopped the ball in the corner. Opbomb takes over, but with JoBro and Tybu all over him. No space allowed. Until now, Knock, no boost in the tank. He got a little bit of room to work with into offense, and he was able to flip the field for Michigan State, but that seems to be it.
Crisp looking, solo play, flip reset. He's just trying to keep some possession here, but he accidentally gives it up. And now this is going to be a great shot for Michigan State if Grib can get it. I like the opportunity, I like the look, but the demo was even better. And even though a player's not off the field, he's for sure off the ball.
Bomb, 20 boost in hand. Just kind of pokes it off the ceiling mid. Michigan State are just fighting to keep possession at the moment. JoBro and Tybu fighting to take it away. They find Grib, though. Crisp hung back on the goal line. Found a great challenge win. Gets UTK out of defense and into the offensive zone again. It's rinse and repeat Rocket League right now for both sides, it feels like. Michigan State struggles, generate offensive opportunities. UTK find a clear, and well, either they set themselves up in offense or Michigan State finds a half a counterattack back the other way, and here UTK set themselves up.
I will say, though, that UTK have left themselves in a dangerous amount of 2v1s and even a few 3v1s, but the difference maker there is that UTK doesn't care. They have continued to win those 50s. They have continued to find possession through it all, and that's been the most impressive part of this series. Now, Tybu, look, he's going to do it again here, right in front of his own net here, and once again, Michigan State, you have to convert.
You don't often see the shoot on your own net so your teammate can save the ball and help get the ball away strategy. But it worked right there. Michigan State, though, holding the possession very nicely. They have found some access to the midfield line. It has, I think, flipped the field domination numbers in their favor. No, not quite. It's 51-49 at the moment, but for how this game started, that is a good sign for Michigan State. If they can get the ball out of their defensive end now and follow it up, it looks like they'll be able to. JoBro, they got the 50 with Grib, and Crisp is ready for where that ball goes. He gets the ball away, sets it up for JoBro, and that's 2-0.
I mean, I was about to comment on the ghost touch, but you know what? Maybe the Rocket League gods wanted JoBro to absolutely slot it top left, because why not, right? An incredible play from JoBro and a crucial 2-goal lead here.
And Michigan State has been doing such a good job holding on to possession, rotating back until the one moment where they look human in defense, and UTK is right there to score. The Spartans are struggling just to get on the board at the moment. One goal in the last game, a shutout being pitched by UTK in this one, and in defense, it feels like they play so well until the one moment where they make a mistake, and the UTK Volunteers are right there to put a good opportunity on target.
And finally, we see a glimpse for Michigan State, and here comes another one, a three-man passing play just narrowly blocked, and once again, it does not matter. UTK have been in complete control, having a firm grasp on anything that the Spartans have been trying to do, and once again, with a minute left here, Michigan State really has had nothing to show for it.
That pop to Grib will give him a pop right back. JoBro plays to the side wall. Chris plays back wall for a double. won't be allowed it, both by his boost tank and by Nock making a great read. Michigan State doing a decent job. I mean, UTK, they've only found 6 shots this game. Michigan State have saved half of them, so in defense, it's a good game. Michigan State, they just have a goose egg on the board that's haunting them at the moment. This is a somewhat manageable position. 20 seconds, 2 goals, they can do that, but they have to do that. It's about execution at this point.
An even harder pill to swallow here for Michigan State is that you really aren't playing that bad.
Yeah. 2
goals given against a squad like this is, I would say, a win. But the issue is that you're not making up for it on offense, and your defensive opportunity just been kind of all over the place here. So Michigan State, they're falling off the cliff, and they're looking for anything to hold on to.
Well, they have to hold on to something soon, because we're moving into Game 5 now with UTK on match points. They could take the lead on the evening for the SEL, make it 2-1 overall in the conference v conference standings. But Michigan State, I mean, it's been getting worse and worse. It started with the 3-goal spree. UTK went on in Game 2 to make that 2-goal comeback happen on 0 seconds. Then after that, it was a 4-1 thrashing UTK gave them. Then 2-0, a little bit more controlled, but nothing. Giving Michigan State 3 shots on target, no goal to show for it. They have to turn the ship around, and I'm not sure the wind's pointing in their direction.
Well, so far, our title card match looking to white out Michigan State off of it completely if they cannot find any sort of momentum in this game. And based on the momentum, I wonder what's next. This might be an open counterattack, though. Knockoffs for the backboard instead, and Taibu, an easy save for him.
That's a nice touch as well. The counter by Crisp. He gets the ball into the blue box, but it's passing play Michigan State to counter the counter. Nice little chess match developing in the opening moments of Game 5. Crisp, though, is the queen at times on the board. Nearly got through Nock, but Michigan State continue to make good reads on their goal line when they're in position.
UTK must be cheating, because I think they have 3 queens. I think they're moving however they want. I think they're taking whatever they want, and they are simply controlling every living part of the kingdom that they are building here. As Taibu off the ceiling, is there a player down below? It's Crisp, but he will not be able to find a shot. But that double commit, a pretty big one out of Michigan State.
Bomb has been beaten. Crisp plays mid, but Gribb, nice positioning. Saw that play developing from a mile away. Michigan State could have gained possession off the back of it, but Taibu got through Nock and Oppbaum, leaving Gribb again alone to field possession for the Spartans, which he alone can't do. Needs help. Nock steps up, gets the ball over the midfield line, but that's as far as Michigan State will get. Jogo steps up, claims possession back for UTK, but even that is short-lived.
Crisp, a great read on Gribb. An accidental double commit, though. It's the first time we've seen a UTK mishap in at least a few games here, and this is a great dunk. Knocks an awkward spy, and Gribbitron has to come in to very narrowly get that one away. Now he might have a shot opportunity, but Crisp has the boost advantage, doesn't get the 50. He has to be careful here, and he almost gives one away on a platter, but now he's got to watch out for Nock, and he'll save it. Crisp turning nothing into something.
Oh, you want to talk about chess? Crisp right there had to use all of his brain backwards on his back wall to time that initial challenge and then get back for the subsequent save. That was a beautiful display of near post rocket. He got himself into a mess and then got himself out of it. And we're at the halfway point of Game 5 here. Michigan State and their defense holding UTK silent so far. This is much better from the Spartans, as they are the team that look like they're more in the driver's seat here than UTK does, which I don't know if you can call either team really in the driver's seat at the moment as we go back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, we're in a test car. There's 2 wheels, and I can't tell who's on the pedals here. As now Oppbaum looks for some sort of 50. Jobro up next. Can he get past 1? Actually, it's the same guy. It's Gribb, part 2. And now Jobro accidentally cuts off his teammate. It's now Oppbaum. Is he going to solo play? Yes, he will. Off the ceiling, looking for the double. Dropping it down, but the teammate is not there. Wait, it's Gribb. 3rd man all the way up. And now Nock gets a chance for it. Got that corner boost, and he might have more in the tank here. 2 minutes left.
Oh.
Shot on net. Gribb to take the lead. No, it's Oppbaum with the redirect. 2 minutes left. MSU finally find life.
I mean, that had to be it. Michigan State. Like, if they don't score during that sequence where they have shot after shot, great setups, good opportunities, and no boost on the Volunteers side, they weren't scoring at all in this game, maybe the rest of the series. And they do capitalize on the opportunity that they gave themselves and now have momentum that they're trying to ride. I said there was no wind in their sails pointed in the direction they had to go, but now they've got a breeze. 90 seconds left, and it has to turn into a gust if they're going to stay alive.
UTK fighting that direction, seeing what they can find here as what has been a game as rough as the Seven Seas, but Knock gonna slam this one away. Jobro trying to stall out. He's got to stay on this ball, but Knock, a great touch. Hot bomb looking. They're gonna go backboard here. Grib might be trying to find a shot. Taibu, though, a massive beat, and Knock with no boost has to give this one away. Now Crisp looking on net here. It's a powerful shot, but it's too easy of a save. 60 seconds left in UTK trying to get out of this one. Champions, but they're not out of the woods just yet. Crisp shot really high. This shot middle, or sorry, a pass, I mean, as Obbomb will cut that one off beautifully, and Michigan State survives for now.
Now Obbomb and Taibu jostling there on the back wall. Taibu ends up winning that little bout there. He's able to get out with a couple of flip resets, give Jobro a chance to shoot, but it is stopped early on by Knock in defense. Jobro, second opportunity goes high. That's up Chris for a top right corner ball. We're tied up again. Oh, pure entertainment. High quality Rocket League. This is what I was hoping for.
Putting the Vol in revolutionary. Tie game here, 30 seconds left. It is absolute perfection in the placement of the pass to the placement of the shot. We are somehow tied here, Bepic.
Please get us to overtime. I'm begging these teams for just a little bit extra in Game 5. 1-1 at the moment. UTK looking for a lead, but Taibu's denied by Grib, who now has a little bit of opportunity down the sideline. It's an off-bomb, but he's going to opt for boost instead of ball. As Crisp had full access to that play. Now Demo up front, slows down the defense, gives Jobro access to the Michigan State net, and UTK storm in front.
It's a smart bomb from Obbomb, but that is just so unlucky. The physics of the game pushed him back instead of through the Demo, and he's just completely out of position. 11 seconds left for UTK.
2-1, Michigan State needs something now, lest this series is over way sooner than it should be. Grib backing up, can't get a second touch. So it's knocking off bomb, starting us off on 0 seconds, and it is Jobro trying to end it. Taibu put a shot mid, and that ball is grounded. UTK win 4-1. Michigan State gave them a go there at the end.
Wow. Shock and awe here, Bepic. I am very surprised at how quickly that series managed to get away. But Michigan State, they were so close there at the end.
They were. I mean, the talent is there. We saw what Michigan State is capable of. And I'm about to make a comment that I don't want to come across as a slight to Gribster, but I wonder if Morvu was in, if this was the full Michigan State lineup, if it had been a little bit longer of a series. Because Grib at time was left in some tough situations where he was alone in defense, where Knock and Obbomb were up front. It gets cleared by UTK, and Grib has to try and get possession back from Michigan State, and he just couldn't at times. But, I mean, Grib, he's a freshman. He's got plenty of time to develop. He'll be a starter on the A team eventually. I can guarantee you that. But UTK, all starters right now. And they looked the part in, like, the second half of Game 2 all the way through the end.
Yeah, I mean, UTK here in the Twitch chat, and they looked incredible. They obviously always are a team that knows how to have a good time. And even under pressure, they find that 2-goal... it didn't have to go to overtime. They found those 2 goals in the span of the last minute. It was absolutely crucial. It was incredible, and that is what this team is capable of.
That was a banger of a series. Even though it was like 4 game wins in a row for Tennessee, that was still a banger of a series. What's up, Crisp? How you doing? Jobro too. Guys, thanks for playing. I love watching you watch. It's on to CRL next. Like, if they don't have actual CRL in the fall, I'm going to host it, like, just so I can watch you guys qualify and do whatever you got to do in the East. But, TJ, I know you got to step away But we got one last series tonight that you got a little bit of a insight into, I think, with Buds at GSU playing at Nichols College. Do you know anything about the new look Buds roster after Dylan defected to Kennesaw?
Oh boy. I mean, I got family ties there for the Buzz at GSU. I mean, they brought in Rose, who is a player who I believe was originally at Bruton Parker, and then found his way to GSU. I mean, I met him in person. He's a great guy. He's an incredible kid, and he's an incredible Rocket League player. So even though they lose Dylan, I think that Rose will be able to fill those shoes fairly well. Now, granted, they'll work the kinks out, but I have a lot of high hopes for that team led by Monk, of course.
All right, exciting series coming up to cap off the first episode of Tuesday Night Lights and the third edition of the SEL versus the Great Lakes Rivalry Night. Buds at GSU versus Nichols College. This really should be an electric nightcap to what has been an electric evening. But we say farewell to TJ, but we say stick around for the next series. Coming up in just about 20 minutes time, I'll play some old MNL clips in the meantime to keep you guys occupied. But I'll see you in a little bit.